Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a little project we're going to do. It's basically a Dollar Tree DIY, and we're going to take this little photo album and some paper. This also came from the Dollar Tree, and we are not making a photo album. So what are we making? Well, I have been wanting to try the savings program that I've seen everywhere, where you put money into little slots, into little pockets, like for each day, of the week or whatever, and then you save so much money at the end of however many days there are. Most of the albums are like 100 days or something like that. But even on Temu, these little albums are going from $7, $8, $9, and I didn't want to spend that much money on something to save money. So when I was in Dollar Tree doing my haul the other day, and if you've seen my haul, and if you hadn't, I'll link it below in the description box. I had this little, found this little album here, and it was a travel little thing, and that's basically what I'm trying to do in my van. And so I thought, well, this would be a great way for me to try to make a money envelope. So what I did was I took paper from those little the little 6x6 paper things, the little paper pads that I got from Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. Like these right here, and there's different ones. Now I will say, if you get them, you should try to really go ahead and get all of them. I think there's like 4, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the covers on these are mixed up. Like when I got this, it was actually this, so and when I got another one, it was actually the one that had all the little flowers and the dark things on it. So the packages were pretty much mixed up. I got this one, and it was something else, and so yeah. So you should get all of them, so that way you can get all the paper that you want. So this is the one I mainly started using, the ones with the dots and the little grids on here. Now, I sat down the other day with some of the dark ones, and I made a little prototype, and I didn't even have my scissors or anything with me. I folded this in half and tore it to half of 6 inches, and then I just took half of it and started bending the things, and then took another one and folded it up to 4x6, and basically that's what this is. It's a 4x6 album. So then I will glue these down. But these were really dark papers, and I decided not to use those. So even though this is a very easy project and you really don't need DIY instructions, I'm going to go ahead and give you just the basics. And I'll tell you what I did. It is time consuming because there's so many papers and stuff to cut down. But what I did was I sat down and I took all the papers I wanted in 4x6, and I cut them to 4x6. And then I took the dotted papers, and you can get 4 little envelopes out of 4 little pockets out of the 6x6, because basically all I did was cut them in half, and then I cut them in half again. And then when I cut, like I said, when I cut these are some left over that I'm going to have to use some different papers with. But then when you cut the papers to 4x6, you have a bunch of these left over. And I thought these are perfect sizes for little bookmarks and different things like that in my junk journal. So don't throw away your scraps. If you junk journal or make any kind of journals or something, hold on to these, because they make great bookmarks and little journaling spots. So basically, I'm going to show you what I used. Like I said, the paper, I used this little scoreboard that I got from Temu. And I will say, it scores very well, but there are a couple things I don't like about it. One is these measurements are very hard to read, even in the light. They're very difficult to read. So if you see right here, I marked where the 1/2 inch is with a little pen, just so I can tell. But it does score very well, but it slides around a lot. And on the back, it does have the envelope measurement, you know, where you can measure the envelopes and stuff like that. So, I mean, and it works good. It's just that it slides around a lot, and it doesn't go to 6 inches. It only goes to 5.5 inches. So you can only score up to 5.5 inches on this, which that might be the regular small scoreboard. I don't know. I haven't owned another one, but the little thing does lock in here very well. And you just push it back, and then it comes out. Then it has a little catch on the back. When you put it back in, the little thing catches underneath, and it locks into place. So let's just leave that out right now, and I'll show you what I did. And I'm not going to spend an inordinate amount of time on this because you don't need to see me gluing paper. If you want to see the whole thing, let me know, and I'll show it to you. Okay, so what I did, I used the dotted paper to do all my pockets. So I measured them to 3 inches. And then put these together. And then I measured them to 3 inches again to cut them in half because it's a 6x6 pad. This would be the 2 pockets for one, and this would be 2 pockets for another. Then I took the paper that I'm going to be using for the base, and I just stuck it in. I'm not exactly in love with this paper trimmer, but I couldn't find me a blade for my Cricut cutter, and so I need to order one. But I got this from Walmart. It was on sale. It's Westcott Carbo Titanium. The only thing I really do like about it is this blade right here is very sharp, and I've had it for a while, and it still hasn't gone, you know, dull. Okay, so you decide whatever paper you want. I mean, whatever side you want up or whatever. I'm just going to come over here and cut this to 4 because the album is 4x6. Save this little piece. And then that is it from there. And then you don't have anything to do with this piece anymore. So we're going to put it up. We're going to take our scoreboard and these 2 places right here. And you need to kind of hold it down. Like I said, I may get some little rubber kind of things or whatever and try to stick them down on here because it slides around a lot. But you hold your paper down, and I scored 1/2 inch around 3 sides of this to make the pocket. So while I was prepping to do this, like I said, I sat down, I cut all my papers at one time. I scored all the papers at one time, and all I have to do now is to glue them down to the thing, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got all those done. So, like I said, you can put this back on here and slide it up, and it clicks in. One thing I do like, it's got this little hole right here, and I can put a little hook up in my van and just hang the scoreboard there. But I do like my big one better. So what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to fold all my score lines down first. It just helps you see them better. And then look on this side, if you can see these 2 little marks down here at the bottom where they cross over. I am going to cut this off because that just takes bulk out of it and you don't need it to make it work. So we're just going to pull this down and pull this down and pull this down like so. And that is going to be on that side. So basically this photo album has 40 slots. And you put 2 pockets per slot. Because I found out that I really can't do it on the back too well. Unless I just glue some pockets on the back. So I'm probably not going to do that. But, so it's going to give you like 80, I think, envelopes. So you would go from $1 to $80. And I like this a little bit better than I like the envelopes. Come on, glue. Because on the regular one, it's just little plastic sleeves. And there's no other way. There's no protection to keep anything from falling out. With this, not only do I have the pocket to put this in, it's also going into a plastic sleeve to hold it. All right, so I'm just going to line up where I want this to go, this little pocket to go, and I'm going to press down. And then for all of you get to the top, I'm just going to squeeze a little bit, and you see this little opening right here? It just makes the pocket stay open a little better. And then I'm just going to use the bottom of my scissors. I'm just going to press down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next pocket. And, you know, you don't have to be too precious about it, but I do line mine up a little bit. Tuck my edge back underneath there. So that they'll be, you know, a little even. Squish my sides. And then just press down. And voila, you have your 2 pockets. Then just take... I have some in here done already too, but then you put your money in. Let's see. I had a couple of dollars over here. I was going to show you. So I have my $1 slot, because that would be the first amount that you put in. And I'm just using a pen. Now, you could get the stickers from Dollar Tree. You could cut out stickers if you have a Cricut. Obviously, I don't. But, so you put $1 in this slot, $2 in that slot. So I'm just going to take my $1 here. I'm going to slide it in my pocket. And then I'm going to slide it into my envelope. Now, I would use dollar bills. I wouldn't use change because change might make it fall off. And see, that's what it looks like. And so I'll do one more. And see how this one on this side, you can't really see through it. So I decided not to do that. Unless I decide to just put blank pockets on this side. But I don't think I will. Because like I said, this has 40 pages in it. And I think... So I cut all these out ahead of time, like I said. And these have already been scored, so all I have to do on these is to cut this down. I will say, this is pretty decent paper from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. It's not 65-pound weight, I don't think, but it's more like 50-pound weight. It's not thin like, you know, printer paper. It is thicker than that. So, I mean, you can hear it. I want to say it's probably about 50, 55-pound weight. But it's not bad paper. But when you're scoring it, just be careful not to push down too hard. And like I said, I have my likes and my dislikes about the little scoreboard. I mean, it does actually work, you know, pretty well. And it's better than not having a scoreboard, but I still have my large one, and as soon as I can find a place to put it in my van, I will be bringing my large one. So we're going to put this down, get to the end, just push a little bit up here so you have a little bit more room. You're going to have room anyway because you got these little gussets right here that are going to stand up and make the envelope a little bit more springy. And I am using Fabrifix whenever on this because I just like glue that doesn't wet paper. So when I'm working on journals or most anything like that, most of the time I will use my Fabri-Tac. It is a little bit more expensive, but it doesn't leave my paper wet. I would suggest that when you make these, don't use double-sided tape because double-sided tape does not ever dry, and when you stick your money and stuff in, then it could get stuck and you can rip up your money, and that would not be good. So this one was day 1 and day 2. So we're going to do day 3 and day 4. Okay, and I'm using these metallic brush markers that came from Dollar Tree. They're the INC brand or whatever. And let me tell you, these things work really well. I love it. They're like my favorite, one of my favorite brush markers now. They do take a second to dry, so. See, they get a little ink there. I knew that place wasn't dry yet. Let me wipe that off before. There we go. So, now I'm not going to bore you with sitting here, so I'm going to finish, and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when I get finished. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do on the front, if I'm going to put anything on the front, because I may not necessarily want somebody to know this is a money folder, or I may fix some type of enclosure. Haven't decided yet, but I'll let you know when I come back. Okay, guys, so I'm finished. I have a few pages that I need to cut, a few more things, but it's all done. I just decided to put a little note up here that says traveling funds, not making a big deal about it. Also, what I decided to do was I wrote down, because there's 40 things in here, there's like 48 slots, well, 48 envelopes. And so I wrote 1 through 48, and I just mark out the ones that have gotten filled. So I had $1 I put there. I didn't have $2 bills, but I stuck a 1 in there. I didn't have 3 and 4. I had a 5. You know, that type of thing. That's what I'm doing, marking them off. And I probably won't move forward until I get all of them marked off. But, so there's 39 pages here. So they put a few more pages in here than what I thought. This would have been page 40 right here. So 42, 44, 46, 48. So it had a few extra pages in it. Anyway, so I put this under here. I can mark it off and then just get a little paper and wipe it off because this is plastic. So, and when I want to start over again. So, yeah, so this, I think if I did it right in my math, I only did it to 40, but 40, was $480, I think. So 48 would be, I don't know, it's almost $600 by the time you get to 48. And then what I decided to do, because I really can't afford to take any money out of my budget, where I work part-time, we get tips. And so I'm going to use my tip money to put in here. And if you guys like to leave me a tip on a video, I'll put some things down in the little doobly-doo thing down in the bottom description box. There you go. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Let me know what you think about this project. It basically cost me, because I only used one pack of the paper, so $1.25 and $1.25. So $2.50 versus $7, $8, $9, $10. So, yeah, and I didn't put a closure on it because I'm not sure how I would do that yet. I may go back and put, punch in a little, oh my word, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, a little ring there. But anyway, thank you for coming along this journey with me today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel out a lot. It lets YouTube know that I have people interacting with my channel, and it throws me up in the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that by hitting that subscribe button. It is totally free. All right, you guys, I will see you all soon, and have a wonderful day. Bye.